All right, well, Wednesdays here on the program, we like to put the spotlight on the farm women's group, Common Ground.
Common Ground is a group of farm women who want to be a resource for consumers who want to know more about how their food is grown. Today, we welcome Common Ground volunteer Ashley Babl to the studio. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you guys.
Thank you for the big drive today. I know you came from Albion.
Yeah, it was a great drive.
Okay, how's everything in your area?
Doing well. Harvest is wrapping up for almost everyone. There's a few stragglers, but the weather's been great. Family's great, so can't complain.
No complaints.
Good,
All right,
yeah.
perfect. Well, today I know you want to talk about sustainability, and it's always important to be sustainable when it comes to agriculture. So how are farmers working today to reduce the carbon emissions?
Farmers today have a lot of tools in their toolbox. There are incentive programs such as carbon markets that are out there. I deal with that kind of on a day-to-day basis in my off-the-farm job, and those markets incentivize farmers to utilize practices such as no-till and cover crops, and also soil and plant tissue testing. Those are great checks along the way to make sure that we're being responsible and sustainable, and thus providing cheap food down the line.
Yeah, and Ashley, how is the backyard farmer maybe able to get involved with this effort to be sustainable?
Sure. The backyard farmer has just as many options as a large-scale producer. They are able to also test their lawn and garden soils, or do a plant tissue test on their tomatoes, and even feed testing on their pets' food. So they have just as many options available.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you a little bit more about the carbon market and maybe what's being done there to incentivize farmers to capture carbon and maybe do a little more with that. Maybe tell us a little bit more about what's going on.
Sure. Like I mentioned before, there is incentives to implement certain practices that can be beneficial to the environment, such as no-till or cover crops. By disturbing the soil with tillage, carbon is released into the environment. And so, if we can do that to have a better impact on our environment, we all have a much better world to live in.
Yeah, I think it's just good to know that farmers are making this effort, a big effort, and they've been doing it for years, really. They've been sustainable for years, and that work continues.
And Ashley, I know you're sticking around, which we're excited about.
Yeah.
You've been putting a lot of work into this recipe over here. It's with spaghetti, right?
Yes, a kid favorite at my house.
I know you said your kids get to eat spaghetti every day.
Every meal, probably.
All right, well, we're looking forward to that. Thank you.
All right, see you a little bit later.